Well, anytime you look at season, it starts in January. So you finish with a bowl game, and thankfully we finished with a bowl win, and then we move into the January period, and that's when you start to recognize, where your leadership is going to come from, for the upcoming season. When you look back from January 19 all the way through now, it's been a good solid 10 months, where we've had excellent senior leadership. When we've had good football teams, typically we've had excellent senior leadership. So, we've seen that from the very beginning in the winter and progressing through spring football in the summertime and now into the season. So we've had an excellent group of seniors. Proud of those guys, the job they've done leading and mentoring the younger guys and really kind of developed a culture of a winning football team. So it's been exciting like any other year. And any year you have a new set of seniors, so you have different chemistry, different makeup, but it's been really positive. So, asking the question about it, just bringing a freshman into the Iowa football program and firmly establishing their feet on the ground so they can be successful and productive here over the 5 years that they're here. It starts initially with an evaluation process when they first get here. Typically, our freshmen show up in June. The very first week, we do quite a bit of evaluation on them physically. During that time, we'll look at their functional needs. We'll put them through a functional movement screen. We'll also look at their performance indicators, ability to run straight ahead, jump, change direction. We'll use a force plate analysis as well, do some body composition testing. We'll do some dietary analysis. So we want to gather as much information as we can on those young guys so we can then use that information to develop individualized programs. The individualized programs typically address three areas. They address functional need, they address training maturity, and then they also address positional need. And that's where the training maturity, typically provides some individuality. The guys come from all different high school backgrounds. Some come from high school football programs where they've trained extensively in strength conditioning. Some come from backgrounds where they maybe had access to private training. So everybody's different when they come in. So we need to individually design programs. Even though they're individualized, we still really focus on just the fundamentals, the fundamental movement patterns that they'll need to excel in to be healthy, productive football players. Every program is going to address the ability to apply force against the ground. The harder you push against the ground, the higher you jump and the faster you run. But it's about basic fundamentals of human movement and getting bigger, stronger, and improving your ability to apply force against the ground. As far as the mental aspect of it, it just takes time. And I mentioned earlier about the senior leadership. Well, if you have a good, solid culture within your football program, the best teachers within our program are the older athletes that have been in the program. Just teaching the guys, how do they go about their business, on a daily basis. Things like sleep, nutrition, mental approach, focus. How you come in with the right frame of mind to get better every day. So really lean on the older guys to help indoctrinate and kind of pull those young guys into a program and successfully enter our culture. When you're working with young people, 18 to 23 years old, stability is a good thing. And when the athletes know what they can expect from day to day, from the coaches, from a philosophical perspective, from the fundamentals of what wins at the University of Iowa, I think stability is a good thing. And when our guys come in and they know what to expect, it's explained to them very clearly on the front end of the recruiting process what they can expect from our coaching staff and from our football program. I think they have a better opportunity to meet those expectations because they're clear and stable. And we've benefited, from that. Kirk Ferentz has coached here in his 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and now his 60s. I've been very, very fortunate myself to be here 21 years with Coach Ferentz as a head football coach, and I believe that everybody in the building benefits from that level of clarity and that level of stability within the Iowa football program.
It's all about being aggressive, all right, an attack mentality, and let's make sure when this game's over, we're the team that played the hardest, all right, played the most physical, and played good team football. We do that, we're tough to beat. Let's make sure that's us today. Let's go.
Today in Lincoln, Nebraska, the Iowa Hawkeyes give thanks for an 8-win season, but far from satisfied, hoping number 9 is a few hours away. It's the 9th annual Hy-Vee Heroes game between 19th ranked Iowa and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hi everybody, I'm Gary Dolphin with former Hawkeye and Kansas City Chiefs great Ed Podolak. Welcome to our broadcast from Memorial Stadium.
It is loud in here, and here we go. 1st and 10 for the Hawks. They're going to run Goodson off the right edge. Hops through a little bit of a hole, turns it downfield. He's at midfield, across the 50, into Nebraska territory. Great audible by Stanley. 11 yards for Goodson. And the Hawks put the ball down at the Nebraska 45. No score, early first period. Here comes the reverse to Amir Smith-Marset. He's got Stanley out in front of him. He gets a great block. He turns downfield. I don't think they're going to catch him. 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Touchdown, Iowa! Touchdown! Amir Smith-Marset. What a great call by Brian Ferentz this early in the game.
And Nate Stanley leading the blocking. He was running stride for stride about halfway down the field.
45 yards, and the Hawks are on the board. Clearly they saw something on tape this week that would allow that play, but when Amir Smith-Marset gets a full head of steam, he's a runaway freight train.
Let's go! Great job. Hey.
They overload the left side. 3 wideouts, single receiver to the right. Empty backfield. Martinez throws it to Spielman. He's cut down. They tried to set up 2 blockers in front of Spielman, and Ojemudia blew the play up. 1st and 10 inside the 25. Here's Martinez. Quick handoff on a counter move. The Hawks pour through, and another loss. And Matt Waldock had a big day last week at Maryland. He's going to try it from 31 yards. It's a 41-yard kick, and it's good. Weeding and Laporta stay in at tight end, and Sean Byers. So we got a 3 tight end package. 1 tailback is Goodson. Stanley under center, backs away, hands to Goodson. Big hold right down the middle. He's loose. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Iowa! Touchdown! Freshman Tyler Goodson. When he gets to that second level, if you aren't there, he gone.
What speed. Was that something? He outran. 2 people had angles on him, 2 defensive backs, and he just outran them.
Singing Blue Bayou all the way to the end zone, 45 yards and a touchdown.
You go back, because I saw the backside back and wrong. I told you. When you get on the top, that's all you got to do. That's it. Hey, stay skinny on that post. Hey, I don't know a whole lot. Why no little football? All right? That's it.
1:14 to play, first quarter. The Hawks have 2 touchdowns. Nebraska has a field goal, 14-3. Goodson on a cutback, spin move, gets to the outside, 45. He's at midfield, first down. Angling toward the sideline, turns the corner. He's at the Nebraska 40-yard line and rolled out of bounds. Holy Toledo.
That will make the highlight film.
And this would be a match of his longest on the year. Here's the snap, the spot. The kick is on the way, and it's good. How about that, Keith Duncan?
Now there's a Groza finalist.
He may have just sewed up the Groza on that. 49 yards. Well, the Hawks are off to a good start. Nebraska's got the ball, though. Here's Martinez. Sack! A.J. Epinesa. A.J. Epinesa came untouched on a play fake. Martinez was going to run out of the starting blocks, but he got tripped up and then smashed by A.J. Epinesa. 2nd down, 3 at the 34. Stanley to throw, hit as he throws, and picked off. Intercepted for a touchdown. Oh, my. Iowa had all the momentum going, but a turnover by Nebraska. Pass deflected by a defender and then picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. Nebraska punted, and Iowa turns it over. Here's Amir Smith-Marset, a chance for a return from his own 5. 10, 15, 20. Reverses motion, gets the corner turn. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. Midfield, 50. 45, 40. 35, 30. 25, 20. It's going to be a touchdown. A touchdown, Iowa. I wanted a time-consuming drive for a score, but I'll take that.
Oh, okay. You know,
95 yards for Amir Smith-Marset. No flags. And the Hawks get it right back.
well, he came in and broke to the left right away, and nobody was going to contain him.
Let's go, Bravo! You don't kick it to me! You don't kick it to me! Don't!
2nd down, 10. The timeout is over. And here is the quarterback Martinez. Throwing to the end zone, picked off, intercepted, and going the other way is Jack Kerner. Great zone coverage by the Hawkeyes. Jack turns the corner, gets a couple blockers, and wrecked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Halftime, and the Hawkeyes lead it 24-10 over Nebraska in the battle to keep the Hy-Vee Heroes Trophy.
The Heartland is brought to you by Mediacom. Today's broadcast is powered by Extreme. Feel the power of amazingly fast internet, up to 1 gig. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives.
Here we go. Nebraska keeps the football now. A.J. Epinesa fires across the line of scrimmage and pile drives the tailback Mills into the ground, a 3 or 4 yard loss.
It looked like a bulldog.
All right, Hawks need a stop. Empty backfield, 5 wideouts. Martinez back to throw. He's being chased. Down he goes! A.J. Epinesa with a flat tire. And the tire is a Martinez.
He ran right over that offensive tackle. I mean, they didn't double team him.
Yes, sir. Where you at, man? Give me 3 times.
Iowa leading 24-10. Luke McCaffrey, the backup quarterback, running to his left. Option. Now he throws up, pulls up and throws. Caught. Touchdown. And J.D. Spielman got behind the Iowa secondary. They send the tight end in motion. They run straight ahead. Wide open. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Nebraska. We're an extra point away from a tie game, Ed. 3rd down. Empty backfield now for Martinez. They're going to let him create something. He looks down the middle of the field. Now he's grabbed. Sacked by A.J. Epinesa. Down he goes. A.J. Epinesa with the sack. Stanley under center. Here's a handoff to Mekhi Sargent. Hops through the hole, breaks through. He's loose. 50, 45, 40. Still going. 35-yard line of Nebraska. What a play on 1st down. With 1 timeout remaining and 2:48 in regulation. Here's Sargent again straight ahead. They gang up on him this time. They push the pile forward. Nate Wheating shoves Sargent forward inside the 30-yard line. And now
They're saying it's a fumble?
Well, they are saying it's a fumble. That Sargent in that scrum had the ball peeled out. You got to be kidding me. Let's see what they do here. Empty backfield. Missouri goes in motion. Now he stops. He gets the handoff. Drives through a hole for a gain of 2 or 3. He countered off the right side. And now the Hawks will use that timeout. 40 seconds to go.
The Heartland is brought to you by Iowa Corn. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. You may think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
Couple big pass plays here, and Keith Duncan can have a shot, but no timeouts, 30 seconds to go before overtime. Nate back to pass, and he lobs it down the near sideline for Nico Reganey, and did he come up with it?
Yes.
Let's see. The ball came out at the end. They're going to give him the catch.
They're going to review, I'm sure.
Ruling on the field that the previous play was a completed pass. The play is under further review.
Well, he rolled over, caught the ball in his belly, secured it, then rolled over, and as he was rolling over, the ball came out. 38 yards was the completion, and it would be at the Nebraska 36-yard line if it holds. Ooh, this is a big call.
After review, the receiver did not complete the process of a catch. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10, the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I think we've got to play for overtime here now, too.
3rd down and 10. Hawkeyes at their own 26. Stanley looks over the middle field, now finds an open receiver. Ooh, that was a heck of a shot. Heck of a shot to the head by...
That's going to be a 15-yard terrific catch by Smith-Marset.
22-yard gain we think will be added on to.
After review, there is no foul for targeting. It's a completed pass, 1st down.
Now he winds the clock. Here's the snapback. Stanley throws over the middle, has a man open, and down at the 29-yard line is Sam Laporta. 7 seconds to go. They got to spike the ball. Here's the snap. and he spikes the ball. It's a 47, 48-yard attempt. Here for the win. Duncan lets it go. It's long enough. It is.
What happened?
They haven't made a
snap. Charge timeout, Nebraska. Their third and final timeout.
You got to be kidding me. So Keith Duncan, here comes your Lou Groza finalist onto the field.
He can win it today.
He can certainly win it. So here's for the win. Duncan from 47 yards. Here's the snap. The boot is on the way. It is good! Good! Keith Duncan, wearing Babe Ruth's number, has just hit it out of the park. Iowa wins, well, 1 second left to go, and the Hawkeyes pull in front 27-24.
The Heartland is brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Hawkeye football is brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Avoid breakdowns in coverage with U.S. Cellular. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I mean, yeah, again, I think all three phases won the game today, offense, defense, and special teams. And, you know, we celebrated as a team in the locker room, and that's what we like. We had a lot of fun. Just, you know, celebrating as a team. It's not just one guy that goes out there and wins a game. Jackson, Colton, they did a great job on that snap and hold, and then the line did a great job protecting. You know, every field goal I'm hungry for, especially a situation like that, tough conditions, 47, 48-yarder, I think it was. That's what you live for. I mean, that's why you want to become a kicker. You just got to be hungry for the kick. You don't be scared. You don't want to be scared. You just go and get it.